Hello and welcome to this edition of my Minecraft. This is the first episode, second video I've actually done, but I'm going to use this to give you a little peek at what's going on in my little chunk of the world. My first video we took a look at my survival mode that I've been playing for a little bit, named Rebirth. It was the second attempt I had. This time I'm going to take a look at the same map but in creative mode. I've just been having a play, trying out a couple of tutorials that I found, and just having a little bit of a mooch. So here we are, different house, same map. The creative mode for this one started before I was able to build my house. This is where home farm would be. I experimented with a couple of lighthouses, one with torches, one with glowstone, just to see different effects, but we should have placed them well apart. Big mineshaft, big cavern, whatever you want to call it. The nether gate down there was an attempt at a tutorial by MilesLuigi in connecting nether portals that are close together without them linking to the same portal in the nether, which is most often the case. I did okay, but I failed a couple of times before I got the hang of it. It is a dead simple tutorial, and I'll put the link in the description, so go and take a look. This was really my first big project. I wanted to try and create a drawbridge to separate home farm from this island. And yeah, a few mobs come across. I've got a gate and a fence, but I don't like them camping out on my bridge, and I wanted something a bit more snazzier. So I thought I'd have a play. Unfortunately, I suck at redstone circuits. It took me ages to try and work out how to get it going. Flooded my tunnels so many times, which in itself was a useful learning step, because I did learn to mark the outlines of projects with different colour stones, so I knew where my limits were. So yeah, hit the switch, bridge comes up, hit it again, bridge goes down. Brilliant. Exactly what I wanted. It does switch from both ends. There we are, switch to the other end, hit the switch, down it goes. Back up. Beautiful. This all comes together thanks to a tutorial by TheBlackBeltPanda on how to make his hidden bunker with hidden entrance and piston mode. I had a look around at some of the other ways that people have done it and couldn't work out how their redstone circuits worked. Could not get my head around it, which for an electrician is a big deal. But thankfully this is how it works, thanks to TheBlackBeltPanda. So I had the wood blocks above the sticky pistons, repeaters for the blocks. Comes back to what it's apparently called a T flip-flop. We have a block in the middle of two pistons, which is the switching block, a 2x2 hole, which if you're going to sink it down, drop all the dimensions down a block. In the hole, redstone torch, and fill one of the holes for the redstone circuit. And you've got two blocks on top with a redstone torch on either side, which powers the piston. And the switching block moves over. If you all know how redstone works, the torch powers the block powers the stone. That's the method that we're using for powering this, and it's starting to get dark, but hopefully my torches will keep its light. So yeah, the circuit comes up, got a couple of bits of redstone on top, and just run it down to your button. Turn it on, switches, up it pops, latches, it just pops out, switching blocks over now behind that block, push it again, slides it all back, pistons drop. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That is exactly what I was looking for. There were there's a lot of repeaters on the other side. For the second button, it's literally just the same. There's no fancy gimmickry. It's literally just one touch, and the flip flop does the rest. Yeah, because the the lengths are so long in this one. There's a lot of repeaters, but it works a treat, and I was really happy with it. So yeah, now a big thanks to TheBlackBeltPanda for that. Let's take a look at the other project that I was messing around with. Again, I built my nether gate under the water to mirror the survival mode map. If I can get the same place, it's because I kind of like it. It's my little piece of the nether. This one was quite a big project, and I came home from work one day and started it, and luckily it was my last day shift, and kind of spent 8 hours building and working out how to run the redstone properly for this. Until I got a knock on the door at 4:30 telling me I should be going to bed. I realised I'd lost so much time. But I'm sure we've all done that. It's the way of Minecraft. So this is it. It's down in the nether. Nice little portal. I did want it in the same place so I roughly knew where I was. I get turned around so easy. Now we come again, the nether gates I was playing with. This is it. This is my, I want to say train station, but it's less of a train station and probably more of a bi-directional transit system. So yeah, here it is. 2 tracks. There's a minecart at each end, and as you can see, the operation is simple. One line's full, one line's empty. But you push the button after you've jumped in the cart. Your cart rushes down one side, and the return cart comes back. A bit daft on a single player map. At least it was until 1.3, where I can now invite other people to come and play with me. So it can be used. But yeah, it was. I wanted to try something. I was just going to have a single track and a button at each end and just run backwards and forwards on my own. But there were some real good examples on YouTube of some brilliant stations. My favourite was Frumple 1 Minecart Rapid Transit System version 4.1 final, and this thing is epically magnificent. It is a true masterpiece, designed for large multiplayer servers. Hit the button and you zip down, and the other cart zips back. And yeah, it was beautiful. So I wanted to try and do something more than just a simple track. And here comes the other cart, just to prove that I'm not lying. There we go. And that's how it works. But yeah, Frumple 1, I'll put the link to his video. Take a look, even if you're not running a server, just take a look. It's fantastic. I'll show you how I've wired this one up. I'll just head down to the maintenance hatch, which I always put at the other end of anything I'm doing, because it's just how it is. The other way I was going to try and do it was the way that SniperDarkCharlie had shown, but he was running I think 1.8 beta, and I couldn't get it to work the same way, which was kind of distressing. So here we are. I've cleared out a lot of the walls, so we can see this better. This is my maintenance switch. There's one on each end of the line, so I can just make sure everything's working rather than going up and pushing the button and trying to get down. And sorry if it sounds like I'm rushing. I had to try and do the video quite quick to fit it into the time constraints. So the track sits on the sand blocks, so again I could see where they were. The redstone torches sit beneath where the powered track is. So you flick the switch and Piston comes out, lights the redstone track, the repeaters. In preparation of making this video, I did walk the track a couple of times and find some dead spots. Didn't matter whether the repeaters weren't picking up, but it didn't matter what it was, because I tracked each side independently to start with and made sure that worked. And when I looked at it again, the signal didn't quite repeat all the way around. That's because the other side wasn't switched on. Yeah, okay, so it goes through the repeaters, through the crossover point, which was that deep hole, just to get a nice crossover on the lines. Past the piston on the other side, which pushes that out, and back down the line. It's repeated on the other side. And that's it. That's quite simply how it is. Let's take a quick peek just to show that I'm not lying. When you flip the switch, runs down. The redstone torches do power the carts above on the power rails. Yeah, that's it. It was in essence quite simple. No, I took far too long making it, trying to work it out, trying to be clever with other flip-flops and inverters and issues like that, and it didn't work. So, lesson learned. Yeah, I did decorate it out to kind of look like an underground station, a tunnel. The whole reason for me building this was because I was frankly too lazy to walk from one end to the other. Yeah, I like to push myself and try different things in Minecraft. If you don't try, you don't learn. And if you don't learn, what's the point? The whole reason for running it down to this end was because I was playing with other nether gates. And this is the gate that sits at the other end. And it's kind of like a rapid transit system from one side of the otherworld to the other. But I built this one just to see where it popped me out. And it pops me out here in a desert biome, which I haven't actually found on my survival mode yet. I'm not entirely sure where it is. I know it isn't going to be a million miles away, but unfortunately it's night, which isn't the best time to show places. But I'm going to come along and take a look and experiment and see what I can find. And maybe build a little town for myself. A little desert town, a little fishing village or something in the edge of the desert. But yeah, that was my whole reason for building a minecart track. It was something I hadn't done. I didn't want to walk. So, and then you make it difficult for yourself by wanting to push yourself. But like I said, don't try, don't learn. But that's about it for this little journey into my slice of Minecraft. There's a couple of little projects I've been looking at. I do hope you found it interesting. Again, take a look at the tutorials that if you are struggling to do any of these things. I've really only just looked at them quickly. But take a look at the tutorials in the link. You won't be disappointed. And on that note, I think it's time for me to say farewell from my little chunk of the world. And yeah, tune in next time and we'll see what else is going on. Catch you later.